Hello everyone, how are you doing? Let's talk bugging the All Blacks. Yep, this is a news story that's been going for quite a long time down here in Australia and New Zealand. I'm not sure how much it's been picked up in the UK, but New Zealand rugby at the moment does appear to be attracting some bizarre and bad press news stories. So this one, what happened? Before the Bledisloe Cup in August last year, the All Blacks found a bugging device in their meeting rooms at the hotel, and what's happened earlier in the week, they then went public with it on the day of the Test match. This really upset the ARU, as let's be honest, the Bledisloe Cup game at home is their biggest opportunity to market the game in Australia, and they really do need help in doing that. And they didn't need distractions or negative press along these sort of lines. Also, it's got to be disruptive for all the players and coaching staff involved. Now, New Zealand Rugby, or Hansen, said that the reason they did that was that they were waiting for their CEO to get back from the Olympics and wanted him around to help handle the situation. So, but it's caused sort of bad blood or poor relations between the two sides ever since. So yesterday the news came out that the Australian police had charged a guy, and the charge they levelled was with, what was it again here, it's with public mischief, which sounds a bit of a strange one, which means any person who by any means knowingly makes to a police officer any false representation that an act has been or will be done which calls for an investigation by a police officer. Seems a bit of a strange one for someone who's caught bugging things. Now, the guy who's been caught bugging is actually a security guy who the All Blacks use have been using for many years when they go to Australia. And as Steve Hansen has said, he's described the charge as bizarre and unbelievable. And yes, it is very. And then he's gone to say that obviously it's a criminal prosecution, so they can't really say too much. So, the guy that the All Blacks and looking at photos, President Clinton also have trusted with their security is the guy that is being charged and apparently did bug the room of the All Blacks where they had their meetings in the hotel. Now, the real strange one here is they've not come up with a motive yet, or it's not been reported what the motive is. But for me, I think that's going to be the important thing rather than who has done it. Is why has he done it? Is this for some betting syndicate? Is it for some media? Or is it some silly pre-game sort of psychological battles, which obviously is a nice conspiracy theory for me around the All Blacks. So that last one obviously is extremely unlikely. This one has come down to, let's just see how, what the motive is and why he did this, I think is the important piece now that we've found out who has done this. As I say, it's a news piece that's been rumbling on since August last year, whilst the police do their investigations, and one that has caused bad blood. Hopefully, this will soon have a line drawn under it. March is when the actual court case is going to happen. So, any other weird or fun news stories do you want to have? Because I think if we don't, that you've heard of in the past, I think this one could go down a bit like the All Blacks poisoning on the eve of the Rugby World Cup if we don't get nice closure from the police. Right. Thank you for listening, and chat to you again all tomorrow, where I'll be talking Six Nations and having a quick look back on round 1 and then giving my predictions for round 2.